Hello, hello. Testing, testing. Running, going soon. What you doing, huh? Oh, okay. We're off and running. Good deal. Hey, Bang Tank Lucas. Night's going pretty good. Had my supper. Cooled off a little bit. It's freaking hot here. Do a little bit more digging. Couple more hours of digging, you know. Can't never stop. How you doing tonight? Digging, got the tunes on, kick back, relax. Thank you, Ryan. Figured I'd come back for a couple more hours. Nothing too late. Trying to go to sleep at a decent hour today. Get up and get my chickens taken care of, responsibilities out of the way, and I can start streaming a little earlier. Got the dozing done, now it's building the road time. You know, that's probably the worst part, I think. Used to think dozing was bad, prepping the claim, but putting in that damn road, that drives me crazy. Yeah. I'll have to wait for sober cast tomorrow, or I don't know. Don't think I'm gonna see him tonight. He's probably gonna sleep really good since he had a little much to drink at the bonfire. Damn, 11 hours to drive 490 miles, still have 640. Damn, that sucks, dude. Well, hopefully your next miles will go flying by, you know. It'll only be like a 10-hour day and you'll be there. Oh, maybe 11, I don't know. Doing 69 in a truck might not be the best thing. 13th to 16th has not moved today. I mean, looking at the board, Sea Porcupine jumped up. So Mova got dropped. Kagera's been putting in a little bit. Nuke moved a little bit. Miller Eyes dropped about 12K. And seasonal board, it's doing its thing. But hybrid is definitely stacking buckets. Old Man hasn't dumped anything in. Indy hasn't dumped anything in. So Panthos is moving. I know he's playing. I don't know if he's out there lurking yet, but he's at least playing a little bit. Hopefully your governor speed on the truck is 68. Old Man dropped out of 17th, so somebody jumped between him and Indy, huh? A no Franks. Well, at least it's a no Franks. Did you watch the results of Cass's testing last night? Hey, Taker. Welcome back. How'd your stream go? So Cass did 5 trucks of each one, and then got the numbers from it. Yeah, I don't know. You might need to check where your microphone is, like if it's reading off of the headset mic, if it's reading off the laptop mic. Make sure it's not muted. You can always do some testing in OBS. There's a bar. You can check to see where your mic levels are. But yeah, I couldn't hear anything when you were talking. But anyways, he ran the test. 5 trucks. Those 5 trucks put in 941 ounces, I want to say. And then he ran 5 trucks digging how I do with the steps. Okay. When he got done running that, it came out to like 1,200 and something, which was about a difference of 340 ounces. So digging the way that I dig is better than digging the fling in the dirt one, which apparently everybody just went unglued about in chat. They were like, no freaking way, that's a fluke, it messed up somehow, something, you know. So he ran the test again, just running the 5 dump trucks, digging like I do, the bites. And when he did it that time and cleaned it out, there was a difference of about 200 ounces. Still, more gold digging the way that I do versus flinging dirt, which is right around 20-25% difference. So when that came out and they said all that, that's when Billy Bob is now going to do his own testing. So I'm eager to see what Billy Bob finds by digging that different style and whatnot. But my biggest point was just to say that the digging style my way will create more gold, or you'll get more gold out of the ground with less yards produced, but it's on par with flinging it. So you could do 1,000 yards more per day flinging the dirt and end up doing the same amount of gold as me. The only difference is I don't have to do as many resets and all that. So I guess that's a benefit to digging the way that I dig versus flinging dirt. So, and I'm not trying to say my way's better or anything. I'm just saying that my way produces more gold with less dirt lost than if you were to fling it and lose the dirt and therefore losing gold. But I don't know. I just want to see some more testing done on it. Taker, I'm not ignoring you. I saw what you saw there, what you said. You were using the headset and the bar thing wasn't moving. Yeah, you'd have to go in to probably your Windows settings and make sure that it's picking up the headset as your default mic. And then if it is, make sure that the microphone isn't muted in some way in the settings or something. That way you can actually get some voice in and talk and all that. So other people could hear you where in the game or in chat. So that might be it, is your audio is not coming from the game through the headset and all that, and so your in-game microphone was being used if you were doing like a multiplayer or something like that. Were you in a Discord call with somebody, or you were in a convoy? Okay. Yeah, no, it might have to be a setting. You're going to have to figure it out. I mean, what I would do is try to figure out how your audio and stuff works. Go through the settings, make sure it's coming through. If you do a test stream, do the just chatting thing, kind of how you were doing. Bring up your stream on your phone to where you could listen to it, everything like that, and see what your levels are coming through. Make sure you could hear yourself and all that. So if you're using your Xbox controller in the game, it's usually like based on Steam settings and stuff. So you go into Steam and you can set your Xbox controller as your main stuff and whatnot. You have to have that enabled in Steam. And then you should be able to go into your settings on ATS and choose to use the gamepad. So, because I completely remapped my controller for American Truck Sim. So I haven't shared it yet, but yeah. No, I mean, big thing, I think you have to go onto Steam first and enable controller use with Steam. Grinder. Hello, Grinder. Is it the weekend? Get to relax, kick back. So, Taker, Big Tank Lucas says that his is on top of the keyboard where the 5-button volume up and down, then mic button and fan button. Might check those out. I mean, you can just open OBS and make sure that your mic is on there and just talk to yourself basically randomly and see if you can get it to pop up and start moving, and go into your settings, make sure that it's picking up the microphone. OBS might not be reading the microphone, so you might need to go into the settings there and make sure that it has the right mic. Weekend, but no relaxing. Working straight through till next weekend, then a week off. Just in time to finish leaderboards with one strong week, yeah? I mean, it's probably better off you get the real stuff anyways, you know? That's how you do it. Did they get it, Grinder? They win it? Monday night we'll find out. There you go. Maybe I'll have the flashing girl there, yeah? Right, boobies, hell yeah. Tennessee Predators. There's Billy Bob sneaking in.
Well, I thought you gave up for the day.
Oh shit, I got hot. I'm like, I'm gonna eat some pizza. That way I at least eat. And I said I'd come back for another stream, so keep my promise.
So I went on to last year's leaderboard save. Because I was reset, and I think I dug back in 4 rows into the good gold. So I went on there, I cleaned out the plant completely. I ran 1 truck through. It was 140.5 meters. So each truck that you run into the plant is 140.5 meters.
Gotcha.
Now, when I ran the test, and I think I went down 5 total chunks before I had to use the payloader. I had a difference. Excuse me. 135 ounces between your way and my way.
Okay.
Now I was like, okay, well, I did it 3 different times by just reloading on last year's, one of my game saves.
Right. A former leaderboard.
Right. So then I was like, well, fuck, okay. Let's take the same. So I reloaded it again. And I'm like, let's take this square, because there was 2 squares, one right behind each other, that were 3,800 and some ounces a square. I'm like, let's do this where we dig them out as fast as we can, both methods, and we know we're going to have to use the fell just to see how many yards we could do in a day.
Right.
And what our gold totals could be. I ran that test 3 fucking times, let me tell you. I am so fucking sick of digging dirt right now, I don't even want to. Basically what it come out to is I can run 3,150 yards a day average digging your way with cleaning it up at the bottom.
Right.
I can run 4,700 yards a day digging my way. So it came out to being, with the total gold, I am still coming out ahead by, I think it was 38% of another day. As far as, if I dug it your way, it would take me 38% more time to dig out a claim.
Okay.
Which is fine, except for if you're doing a seasonal run. And we all get that. So I factored it out in a seasonal run, and if I was able to maintain my yardage that I did as an average for the entirety of the season of my digging days across, I figured 29 days, I think it was, I came out with being ahead over 20,000 ounces digging my way versus yours. But it's all going to come down to your efficiency while digging.
Hey,
because you're going to have, you're like, we might as well take the fell out because that's different for everybody. And we're never going to be able to get a perfect test with the fell.
Right.
So in order to use your method, I'd have to be doing, it was over 4,000 yards a day, if I remember right. And it's like, well, fuck me running. I
mean, it's interesting,
it is
how that came out. Like, what you're saying, a 38% faster doing it your way than my way. And then if we go by the first result that Cass got, there was a 34% difference in gold. Now, I understand you guys threw that one out and redid the test, so I get it, being fair.
Well, so the reason why he threw that one out wasn't, because we didn't believe it. It's because we're having them split buckets up top.
Right. And he wasn't sure if he had the bucket dumped from the prior one and they mixed.
Right. And when he redid it, the percentages on that second dump, when he dumped the part bucket, was a lot less than what it gave him in the
first one, which you said was 22% difference, so something like that.
Yeah, but I mean, when he dumped it in the wave table, the bucket gave him, it was like almost 30%. Almost 30%. And when he did the test again and then he redumped that bucket, I think it gave him like 9.
Yeah, it's supposed to be 13 and 37. It's supposed to come out to 50 if you dump the split buckets. So Sometimes you'll
yeah,
get
but
a 13 and 38 split, but yeah.
I just looked at the number when it hit the wave table. Because that's the big jump that I noticed. But yeah, I mean, for me, I can come out 20K ahead in a season with factoring. That's only counting 28 days out of the 37. Because that's still not me doing jack shit really in the winter. I mean, a couple days of digging in the winter, but nothing for the days to permafrost bullshit. I think everybody's gonna have to run that test. I mean, you run how many yards a day, roughly?
Digging my way, it fluctuates between 21 at the lowest, 28 at the highest. So you can call it 24, 25 average if you want.
So, see, for us to get the same value of gold, now your reset for this claim took forever and a day, and I know that's not how long they usually take.
Oh, I haven't done a reset yet for this claim.
No, I mean going into this claim. You had like a whole 8-hour stream worth of prepping the claim and everything else.
Yeah, fiddle fucking around. Yeah.
Yeah, and I know that's probably not how long it usually takes you to reset a claim.
Right.
But yeah, I was being awful generous because so when I did this reset, it took me a little over 2 hours in real time. And when I did for the first bunny, I had 3.25 hours. So I just figured 3 hours, and that was digging in a bedrock road.
Right.
So that's how I came up with even the differences in non-digging days for me and shit like that. So I mean, there's no way to be 100% certain, but if you could get up to running 34 to 3,500 yards a day, then it's going to come down to a pretty good argument. You know, because
Right.
you can't take the 3,800 average squares, so the numbers may be more skewed if we're running a 2,800 or a 3,000 ounce squares instead of almost 4K.
Right. And the thing is, like, digging this way, my personal best, I think the highest I've ever gotten digging this way was 29.
Okay.
That's just being honest.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to try to skew the numbers. You know, I could say, hey, I'd do 4,000, but no, 29. That's fair.
It is. Because, I mean, I have lighter days. Like, I'll do about 4,100 yards a day when I'm doing the tiered cleanup with the fell.
Right.
And a dump truck. But, yeah, I mean,
how you doing, Mick?
Even me figuring like my taking forever to do resets and everything else, I was coming up to where I would be losing 20K running them 28 days. So
right. Well, I mean, so right now I'm digging out the last big row, not the row of 4 on that claim.
Yep.
And I have not. I'm 1 day to autumn, so I'm behind you on days. I give you that. But I'm already almost at 81,000 on that one claim, and you said you reset before that. You know, before that time period, but you had less ounces of gold as well.
Yeah, and I would have to look at your map and see exactly what squares you dug out, because you might have gone on some extra squares on width and stuff like that, because so like I did not do that 513 to 516 group down there at the bottom of where you're at right now.
Right. I'm highlighting everything
Oh, you're
just so that
marking
way you
that
can
up.
see.
Okay.
Just showing you what I've dug, so that way we have a general idea.
Okay.
So this is what I've dug out so far. I haven't touched any of this. And then I
So if
planned on
you
hitting these ones here, and I'm on this row right here.
okay, so you would have to
Hello.
take out the top 3 pack that you have, and then the 3 down on that next row that are not the dark yellow piss. Nope. Like 386, 87, 88. And then if you come down here, I had 457, I think that number is, and 488 kind of more towards the back there. So right down from that tall row that you got, the next 2 squares to the right of the piss color, up 1 and over 1. Yep, that one and the next one over. And then my first row was a 3, so you'd have to take off. I am either 416 or 491, either one.
Well, I mean, this is the first row of 3. I just didn't have them marked.
Oh, okay.
So that was my bad.
Are them the ones that had all the overburden on them?
So the road comes in right in here. These 2. Yeah, they had some overburden. I scraped it out.
Okay, yeah, because there was that first row and it had overburden on it. And I think they had like, I want to say 18 to 2,300 a square, right?
Right, yeah, they weren't very much.
Right, so them I just dozed out.
Right.
And then you'd have to take off 2 squares out of the last row. And that's basically what I dug out for roughly 72K. Yeah. So basically what you got highlighted, that's basically what I dug out without them 3 on the top.
Yeah, these ones that I just marked, the 386 through 388, those were all gold on mine.
Mm-hmm.
Like solid. So that's why I dug those out.
Oh, no, I don't blame you at all.
Right.
I didn't dig them because them were the ones where the excavator was sitting all fucking sideways. Because that's right where that hill starts to drop down towards the waterfall run, right?
Right in that corner, that divot.
Yeah, so I didn't even want to fuck with that just because of that. So that's why I didn't dig down.
Right. Yeah, I see what you got there. And I didn't plan on touching these squares. I don't plan on touching this line here, although there is some decent gold there, 3,100, So.
Yeah, so I mean, if you end up taking, I don't know, what's it going to be, 8 to 10 squares more maybe?
Well, what I did is I added these 2 back in, the 80, 46, 47, but I knocked off that back row. So if I didn't touch that back row at all, because you said you left about half, don't touch it at all. That makes up for it, I figure.
Yep.
So if I dug just what I have highlighted now, it would be right about what you dug out in yardage. Because I did doze off everything, flattened it, so I pushed yards off on top of it, where you left yours there.
Yep.
Okay, so we'd say that's about fair then. So then, yeah, when I get done digging these out, we'll see where we're left. But I guess the biggest point that I was trying to make and what we found in this is that you do get more gold taking the bites and levels. It is slower, however.
Yeah, so you have to be able to run enough yards taking the bites to make it balance and pencil out to being either an advantage or the same. because even if you're having that loss on the yardage, and you're gaining on the gold, at some point you have to run either more yards in total or more yards in a day doing the bite size in order to accumulate the same amount mathematically.
Right. And so far, like with Cass last night, certain things in this game don't math correctly.
No, a lot of
don't
shit
work
in this
correctly.
game don't. Yeah, a lot of shit in this game don't math correctly because, I mean, it was speed was in my stream that night, and that was literally. I said I was gonna kick around the idea of doing a reset, and as soon as I ended the stream, I'm like, you know what, fuck it, and that's when I reset.
Right. So at this point, like if I finish this off, I don't know, end up with another 20K out of what I got left. Don't know that I will, but if I did, that'd put about 100. You said about 75. That's a 30 to 33% difference in gold.
And
the speed difference you said was 38%. So it's almost.
For me, yeah.
Right. It's almost equal in that. Because I'm not trying to claim this is the better way. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
They're equal, different ways of doing it.
Yeah.
All that, so.
For sure. I mean, and okay, if you want to. Like, okay, you said you run, call it 2,400 on average a day in yards. Okay, and I'm running just call it 4,000. Because that's usually my worst days are 39, and that's a bad day with the loader. But call it 4K. So let me pop open the calculator.
You think that we were getting paid to do something like this or something? No, it's kind of intriguing. I mean, a lot of this stuff.
It is because, to me, you're efficient at how you dig. You know, I'm efficient at flinging the dirt, the way that we set our trucks, the way that, you know, we do things to make sure that every scoop's hitting with, you know, 3%, 6%, 12%, whatever the max volume to input in is.
Right.
So if I run 4K a day and it was 140.5 trucks or per truck, that's 28.46 trucks, and there's supposed to be 5 trucks per clean. That's 5.69 cleans my way, and you're running 2,500 yards a day divided by 140.5 is 17.79 divided by 5. So you're getting 3.56, we'll call it. So it's 5.8. And if you're going to average, what do you get a mat swap usually on your end?
Like triple mat swap or?
Just a single.
Just a single. I mean, what Cass was doing last night. About 11.
Okay.
I mean, you could say anywhere from 950 to 11 right in there. I mean,
so we'll do 1,100 times 3.56. Well, shit, what did Cass get last night? Let's just use his number, even though it was his first one.
Right. I missed it exactly. You said it was 200 higher than the 941, so that would be at 1141 or 1150 right in there.
Okay, we'll just say 1150 then. Times 3.56 would give you 4,094. Oh, you cocksucking son of a bitch and motherfucker. There. All right. And he got, what, 940 out of
Yeah,
is
140 out of the 5 trucks with the fling in the dirt.
times 5.69 cleans is 5348.6. So in an in-game day, and these are each of our own numbers, but my way doing it for me and your way doing it for you, you know, you're gonna be, fuck, what is that, 1250 or whatever behind in total gold made, supposedly, you know, by the math.
Right. By the math.
Right. Which we know the math in this game never fucking maths.
Right. So.
And then it's going to depend on how many wave tables are we running for our cleans, and are we stacking buckets, or are we cleaning as we go every time, and are we cleaning a triple swap, a single swap, a double, because them all take varying differences in times too. So
Right. Variables like that. And supposedly, if they
right,
got the percentages working for digging at night versus digging during the day.
right. I mean, you know, so
Yeah.
now let's take this just running our numbers that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So where should we be at the end of the season? I'm not going to do, probably won't make it through a full winter. I'll probably end up 2 days before the end or 1 day to permafrost if I'm lucky before my people get sick. So if you want to give it 36 days or 35 days, I'll be good with that.
So I run 28 days. That's just me.
Right.
So on my number, it'd be 149,760.8.
Mm-hmm.
And you run, how many days are you figuring?
I'm going to shoot for 35. But if you want to use the same one as yours, we could.
No, that's fine. I can give you 35. That ain't a big deal. So 143,290. That's the difference if you run 7 more in-game days than I do. Now, of what the math says, but 4094 times 28, that would drop you down to
114, and that doesn't look right, because if you look at where I'm at now at 80 and I still have 17 or 15 days left. Right.
So okay, you're at 80 now.
I'm at
and
80,
you've done
yeah.
And you've done what, 20 days in game, or I
Almost.
can't even fuck
one day to autumn. I'm like 12 hours until we're in autumn, so
you can 19 and a half days safe.
Call it 20, whatever.
Okay. Well, 19 and a half days, you're coming out basically about where you should.
Right.
4102.5 ounces a day.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's pretty close to that math from up above. You know, I mean, it's just going to come down to how many days you're going to run this season. So if you took that and you want to run 35 days at that average, you should finish you should finish 143K.
Yeah.
Which would still, and that's if you hit 35.
Mm-hmm.
And it'd still be less than me running 28 days instead of the 35, which is fucking crazy.
No, I get it.
I mean, really, it's mind-blowing to me, though.
Right.
Like,
well, what I was saying earlier about, they were nerds and getting paid to do this. It's just interesting because for so long everybody's ran the same way, doing the same exact thing, and nobody's questioned it. And now that we're doing a little bit of variation, it almost
Mhm.
looks like it could be viable to do something other than meta.
Right.
You know, like running the trucks instead of the Franks, and, you know, running different digging styles. And this is just
Yeah.
using because we're both using the fell on cleanup.
Yep,
So,
on the bottom half, so that's
yeah.
out of the equation.
Right. So, I mean, if it was something where one of us used the fell and the other one was the other one, then, you know, using an excavator, then we'd have to change it more. But no, I get it.
Yeah.
So, no, I'm not disappointed. I'm not upset. I'm not going to be angry about the fact that there's a different way of doing it that's faster, sure. But
Yeah.
I just find it very interesting. You know, I know Grinder was talking about it last season. You know, he was putting 3,500 through, and I was doing 2,400, yet the gold was about the same. And now we know why.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I mean, it all just simply comes down to the yardage you can push every single in-game day, and what you're gonna average on the days that you're running, and then how efficient you're gonna be at setting up and going from turn to turn on the maps.
Right, right. And that's another thing that kind of goes with my benefit when you think about it. The way I'm doing for my style is I'm not very efficient at putting in a road. So the longer I can stay on a map and get the most gold out of it, it benefits me versus do it fast and then I spend, you know, in-game day or two resetting and losing all that time, you know. So
Yeah.
And that's how it works for me.
Yeah. And I mean, that's the most important thing. It's, you know, not who's right or wrong or better or whatever, but so how many days would it be running into permafrost? There's 37 days in a season, right?
Yeah, 37 in a season. If you ran it 7 days to permafrost would be 30 days. And if you ran it down to like 2 days to permafrost, it would be 35 days. But 1 day to permafrost, if you ran it all the way up to like the last 30 minutes, you know, or basically pass out on the claim, that would be 37 days.
Yeah, there's just a whole lot of fucking math and different variables and shit that go into it, because you would almost have to run outside of the leaderboard season a entire season with the same exact maps, dumping on the go, and then stacking like we normally do for an 8 hour or however long your stream is.
Right.
Otherwise the numbers are never gonna be correct for us.
Well, that's why what I'm trying to do with this one is I'm going to shoot for the bunny rabbit, so that way we have the same map.
Yep.
You might get a third turn. I don't think I will. I think I'll end my season on that second bunny rabbit map, but it'll be equal at least that far into it.
Yeah.
Well,
and I mean,
it's not perfect because, you know, you're running your way that you've been running for how many hours have you played?
Fuck. I couldn't even tell you.
I finally just broke 800 hours, so there's that.
Oh, you mean how many hours have I been running since I've owned the game?
Yeah.
Well, I've gone back. So when I first started playing, I was watching Shorty, and he took small bites, and I could never get that. So I used to take it out in 3 sections with the excavator and then clean up the remainder with the fell.
Right.
Because that's what I could mentally do. Now doing it that way, I can run a little bit more yardage than I can taking all the small little bites and crap, but if it comes out to basically a wash or whatever, then what the fuck's, it don't matter.
Right.
So I don't know. It's
And I know if we're going by accelerate the way he runs, yeah, flinging gold, that's what he knows. If we forced him to take bites, would that, would he be able to do an accurate test? I mean, either way, we're all kind of used to running the way we do, and if we start changing the way we run for the test, we're not going to be as quick as we could be had we been normally running that style.
Right.
Like I said, I started by flinging and then I switched over to this. I'm willing to fling and see what I get that way. But I'll do that after I'm done with my seasonal, just so I can compare the seasonal with yours. And then I'll just do some max flinging and see what I get. But
yeah. Because, I'm only going to run the days I'm planning on running. I usually run until I think it's the second fucking garden hose pops or whatever. And at that point, I'm just fucking sick of it and done.
Well, that's usually what, 2 days to permafrost. The first day is pretty lenient, but the second day to permafrost or whatever, or 6 days to permafrost is when they start popping, I believe.
Yeah.
So if you run until then, that's 32 minus the first day.
Yeah.
Because the first day you don't dig it. So that would be 31. And then if you even subtracted that to where it was at 30 days, so you could pop more onto your number if you wanted to instead of calling it 28.
Yeah, you could. I don't really, I guess, know why the hell I took 28 out. Maybe it was 28 diggable days with the time it takes me to do if I did 3 full resets this season.
Figuring that in.
That's probably where I got my 28 number from, but...
Right. I mean, it's possible. I mean, I haven't ever paid attention to what my flinging stuff was because I switched up my style basically in season 31, and that's when speed came in and we were hanging out and everything like that, so prior to that... I didn't
fucked your world up.
Well, I was still new enough to the game that I didn't lock in a style, and it turns out that I'm competent enough to actually make it work, even if he was trolling, which is probably a surprise as well, is how many people could actually make it work.
Yeah, I mean, I can run enough yardage to make it work, it's just... I don't know. The numbers don't make sense to me to go to a full bite size. Now, I could probably run, I could probably average 4K a day as well if I was running the 3-tiered, but I don't even fucking remember how close or similar that fucking tier system even was.
Well, if you did that, you did the modified bite, basically. Break it into 3. Let's say it's, 6 bites are what I normally get from the top down to the bottom, and it's 20 to 25%, then it would be 10 to 13%, basically, increase in gold if you ran it that way.
Mm-hmm.
At that point, you're min-maxing,
Yeah, pretty much.
So it's like, okay, well, if I slow down my flinging a little bit, basically 12%, and I increase my gold gold extraction by 12%, now I break even.
Yeah.
Is it actually going to benefit you doing that? Or are you
Probably
better off still flinging,
I mean, basically, because I've gotten efficient enough at flinging, it's probably just better for me to fling. But who the fuck knows? It's a goddamn fucking back and forth bullshit. I mean, it don't even fucking matter. Just do what works for you, I guess.
Yeah. I guess if you're new to the game and you don't yet have a digging style, pick one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, whatever you pick one, and then work on getting efficient with it, because that's the biggest fucking thing.
Thanthos did testing. Uh-oh. Was this drunk Thanthos testing, or?
Well, I mean, that's the thing, is the more testing that's done between different people, we could start to gain an average. If we could get 10 people to place top 10, typically, to run this test, then we would have a pretty good idea.
Well, you're also asking somebody to change their complete style for a season.
But I mean, no, I'm just saying if they did like one in-game day, midnight to midnight.
Oh, okay. Just switch it up, clean everything out, and then boom, it hits midnight, go.
Yeah, because
see what you get for one day.
Yeah, because that way give you the best average of what you can expect per clean out. Yeah.
I think I might write this shit down and we'll put it in a channel in the Discord and be like, okay, here's what we're doing for a controlled test. We're just trying to figure this shit out. The more people that do this, the more accurate we get numbers, because then we can plug everybody's averages in and get a ballpark for everybody across the board and see what we come up with.
Yeah.
Be like, okay, starting at midnight, you would dig, clean plant, Then you would switch it up and do the other style, whichever one it was that you didn't do, from midnight to midnight. And then put in your measurements and findings, and then we'll just plug it into a graph or, average numbers and see what we come up with.
Yeah. Well, I mean, Split probably already fucking knows, because he's seen the coding and all the efficiency markers and numbers for everything to do with this game.
Way to go, Taker.
So he could probably tell us right now, you would literally have to run 90 or 95% of the yards doing this or that in order to make a difference, or whatever the fuck the numbers are.
Grinder. I just tried running fell with dump truck. Numbers suck.
It's really not that hard. It just depends on how you're parking and how far of a run you have.
Oh, I'm flying again.
I'm gonna figure that shit out after my seasonal run here.
Yeah.
2,400 yards per hour. Yeah, if all you're using is the fell. But, okay, so here's my question then, Speed.
Enjoy your breakfast.
So as long as we're having this conversation, because I'm in agreement, the more yardage you move, the better. But I also know that we do lose gold and dirt with the fell. How much of the square and how much of the gold per square we would lose, I don't know. So, okay, if you ran the fell for a complete in-game day, how many clean outs would you get? How many yards would you run? And what would you get gold? Versus if you did a split between excavator and the fell on the bottom.
Okay, I get what you're saying now.
So that you can then see, okay, because I think the difference between running fell only for the complete deal and fell and excavator is going to be pretty close to a wash unless you're using Franks and just cranking out the fucking yards.
Take it real quick. Get Stream Elements or Streamlabs, and that's how you're going to get your notifications and stuff. That's how you get your sound alerts on your stream. So it works with your OBS.
See, I'm with you, Phanthos. I think that is the sweet spot. Are you trying to say that the fell? So you're in agreement with this, Speed? Then the excavator on top fell on bottom instead of
Yes.
100% the fell.
Yes, that's what he's saying.
Okay. Okay.
That's what I was looking at as well, because according to what Tab said, and I shared the screenshot in the Discord and whatnot, is excavator and the fell are now equal. The only way that you're going to delete gold or dirt is by digging incorrectly with them, meaning dig from the bottom with the fell only would delete all your dirt and you would lose gold. So
right.
Which is kind of what we're showing with the testing, that yes, you will get more gold by taking the bites, but you lose time doing it. So now it comes into attack speed versus heavy attack, you know.
Yeah.
Fling in versus pinpoint.
Yeah, and I mean, God, it's just such a hard debate to have because we don't know the coding. We don't know how the shit is set up, so all we can do is each individual run our own tests, which sucks.
Because I know Phrase was asking last night in Cass's stream, what's the best way to dig without losing gold? And at that point, we were doing the test to find out what's the best way to dig. So
yeah,
you can
yeah.
go
I mean,
to the ground from the beginning 5 squares. Yeah, Mick, you can do that.
Oh yeah, and I figure as long as you can clear 4,000 yards a day when digging, on average, you're gonna be almost guaranteed top 15 every leaderboard as long as you put in enough time. Because that's the other thing that's going to come into it. I mean, do you have 150 to 200 hours and 30 days to put into the game?
Yeah.
I don't care how much fucking yardage you can push. You're going to have to do somewhere around that to place in max. Well, on DLC.
Yeah, that's one of those things that a lot of people are making fun of. Well, you have all this time, you can do the thing, and that's true, but at the same time, the developers told us we have 31 days. How much of the 31 days do you want to use, can you use, or are you willing to use?
Right. And I mean, I don't care. Like, you have a hell of a lot more time than I do today. Doesn't matter to me. You know, we're running basically the same.
Right.
It's just how are you going to balance your so-called free time?
Right.
Yeah, exactly, Speed. It's just kind of like people that, you know, take the extra time to doze the top flat, where they're going to dig in a little beyond on all sides. I mean, I get that. I think there's great merit to it if it increases your daily production. For me, it doesn't, so I don't.
Right, and I doze the top because I don't want to have to fight the excavator constantly sliding down a hill or not sitting right.
Yeah, and I see Dan do that too.
Right. Stair-step method is solid, 20 to 25% more gold, a slightly slower method. Is that what you found with your findings, Phanthos, when you did the test yourself, or? read all the messages. I was trying to, okay? I'm trying to keep up with it. Stair method, I get that. I'll pause and I'll re-screed all the thing. Rada. Trying to dig here. So he said 2750 triple fell bottom day, or triple fell bottom day digging with 2 night trucks. Then he said 3150 with small gray dirt night digging stair method, 3-time clean out slow way. Stair method is a solid 20 to 25% more gold for a slightly slower method. And then he said it's probably 30% more. So Mick, for me, leaderboard is actually just having fun in addition to work, which is a lot at the moment. You need a little rest, then enough sleep. If you're lucky, you can play for 2 hours in the evening or the morning. Yeah, that's what you should do. Run a seasonal, play it for fun, all that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Right.
I mean, the little bit of competition, even running seasonal is a good competition.
Right. Dave, bro, Rasher. Dave, what's up, dude? I mean, if nothing else, while I'm here, since I have the extra time, I'm able to mess around with these ideas, testing something other than the meta. If I can contribute in some way, then maybe change the landscape of competition play.
Well, yeah. Nothing wrong with that speed.
Phanthos is honestly annoying, so that you need to stair dig the gold. I would prefer that they fix the gold deletion. I don't like digging a certain way, but it's okay, I guess. Well, I mean,
I don't know, in a way, it's kind of balancing out skill. I don't know if skill levels is the way to go, but it's balancing out your speed at digging, whichever method you're going to use.
Right, which I can see. Okay, what Castro I think was trying to explain last night, when you take a bite from below and all the dirt falls down right into the bucket, why should that be different than taking a bite up above and then taking a bite below that and taking a bite below that, working your way down on that same group of stuff, when it should just, everything fell into the bucket, give it an average, but the yardage is still the same,
Right.
So that bucket, let's say it holds, I don't know, what is 6%, so, I don't know, 3 yards
6%.
or something.
6% of 140,
right,
basically.
So that's what I was thinking, 3 yards per bucket or whatever. So if you had 3 cubic yards fall into the bucket, how come you can't average the gold from those and equal a certain amount? Then if it were to fall from the top and now all of a sudden the dirt's deleted, something in the coding isn't right,
I mean, he's got a very good and valid point, but
right.
The way it's set up now, it is probably optimized for the least advantage towards any player, other than becoming very as efficient as possible with whatever way you dig.
Right. Which, I get it. Perhaps maybe I will change my style up next season or something. I'm just throwing stuff out, but yeah, calling out of work for leaderboard. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Oh fuck, that is stupid. Who's doing that?
Drunk Phanthos has really been fighting that demon, I can tell. you know, we could just tell all those people that want satellite to fuck off, and I could dig for a day. Sober Phantos is the little voice on his shoulder, like, no, drunk Phantos, we must do the works. Sober Phantos changes the password on the phone so drunk Phantos can't do stupid shit. Right. Because that's the thing. Like, I'm already at the point where, man, I'm tired of digging. Digging sucks. My days will get shorter. I'll start running like 6-hour, 4-hour days by the end of the season. Like, a lot of people are going to have that same burnout. I mean, Phrase is already there, I think. Phrase was joking around with Thor about going over to the non-DLC side because he's tired of fighting with Miller Eye.
That's funny. I mean, I get it, but to me, it's comical. He's thinking of switching.
I think it's a joke, because it would scare the shit out of Dan if the number 3 guy on the board said, you know what, fuck it. Because at that point, Dan would be like, shit. You know, and I think Thor was telling him the same thing. Like, you know, Dan, if he comes over, we're fucked.
Why are them two fighting for 10th or what?
No, they're about middle of the board, going back and forth. You know, sitting at a comfortable 12K.
Oh my god!
I know. We could pretty much go over there and sneeze, and they would lose their spot. But you know, yeah, time value fund. Anything above 10 is a strategic loss. You know, I mean, I get it looking at the board. Put in enough to almost double what it would take. Like, whoever's in 10th place has to put in double what they have to get here, and we're halfway through the season. So, I've almost got it on lock. Possibly, maybe. Mm-hmm. So, and then, sure, if I was much more efficient and I was flinging dirt, maybe I would put in higher numbers and all that kind of stuff, but then that would just be me destroying the board even more, and people would be like, well, why fucking play?
Yeah.
Right, Phantos, right. Last season was weird because Miller Eye and I, Cass, we put in bigger numbers on the DLC side, or non-DLC, and it seemed like the DLC side was real relaxed. You got skills.
You got skills to pay the bills,
But I don't have the waste of time. And that's why the seasonal's good, yeah? At least that's what I keep getting told.
And I mean, the thing is there is 40 spots. You just have to take one of the 40. Because there's 20 on each side. I mean, to be honest, he doesn't even have to run DLC. People that don't have all the time, the non-DLC board's where it's at.
That's
or just if you want to, yeah. If you want to do DLC, do a seasonal run.
Mick, how do you always make the beginning of it? You make it 3 wide straight away, or do I start? I usually start my roads 2 wide. 2 to 3 wide, or go 2 wide with a half of one at the DLC. You can tuck away the fell.
I mean, if it wasn't for the No Franks challenge, I was honestly thinking of trying the non-DLC board this season and running on there just to scare the shit out of Dan.
Right. Unless enough of you top 10 keep taking 2 positions. Well, you know, what would they say? Get good? No. What's the deal with Dan? Dan is Dan. He's fun to mess with, but he's a good guy. He's easy to get a rise out of, basically.
And boy, is it fucking fun.
Right. Yeah. In
His
a
favorite.
way, it's kind of like Indy, but if Indy would cuss or cuss a lot and had a stutter issue and a few other things, but yeah. Is it like LMG? Kind of. Must not be working. I don't know what he's got going. I know he lives somewhere over in those states. I can't remember what state he said, but he's supposed to be a country boy back over there, Pennsylvania or some shit. So, I don't know what he does for work or anything like that, but he'll put in a bunch, and then the next day he won't put any in, and I don't know. I think he's definitely going to push himself hard for this season after the way that he was in Indy's Discord, and he tried to make a point that we couldn't beat him, because that's the whole thing right now is, Rasher, you have to take him down. So he's trying not to let me get ahead of him, or at least get too much of a lead if I do get ahead of him. But yeah, Dan's pretty easy to mess with, and it's fun. You get content, I guess. If you're looking for content, you can get content. Pennsylvania, Kentucky.
Somebody touch him.
Push it hard. What the fuck? Fuck are you talking about? We ain't even pushing hard. We're just going through the motions.
A new one. What, you just noticed somebody touching my spaghetti?
You've had that on there for like a week, haven't you?
About 3-4 days. That was requested by Accelerate, so.
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to say I'm like an all-star player. It's just like leaderboards. I enjoy playing the game and I enjoy competing. So for me, it's just kind of going through the motions. And once you get to Nighthawk, you can just not essentially coast, but
It's
it's
cruise
like your
control.
brain just, yeah, your brain just goes on fucking autopilot. It's the way I look at it anyway.
I know a couple days ago, Indy was on my channel, on my stream, and his, and talking about ideas of doing like a tiered system. So let's say you finish top 10 in this season. Next season, you'd compete in a board where you're trying to get top 5 out of the top 10 people. And you can't compete with the other people, which means new blood has to come up. So it'd be like a bronze tier leaderboard, a silver, and a gold. You know, and as you move up, if you don't make it to the top 5, then those bottom 5 drop back down and have to get top 10 again to move up. And then if you move from top 5 to the gold tier, then it's only going to be top 3, which 2 of those people will then be relegated back to the silver if they don't make it. And then they up the prizes, so you would get a skin, but in addition to the skin, you would get something else. Merch, something. A little stupid trophy, a golden shovel, you know, things like that.
Does he understand the revenue that they would have to be creating consistently with this game to just be able to afford to do that and maintain profitability?
Well, I mean, it was something we just thought of, because then that way, the people that are constantly giving up on leaderboards, and it's always the same top 10 people that finish, right?
Mm-hmm.
This would bring in new blood. This would make the other people, you know, top 10 people trying to compete for that, and all of a sudden they're going to be giving you merch. They're going to give you certain things like that that'll bring people to the game. I brought in the idea of, hell, if you've got Steam discard, or Steam cards, cash, $10 prize for winning, something like that that would make people want to continue to grow and become better and do better things. And I mean, ultimately, there'd be a platinum tier where it's just accelerate playing against himself. But,
Yeah.
it's just, it'd be something like that, to where you can improve, you would be delegated, relegated, whatever you want to say. That way the new blood have a chance at actually getting a skin, even though, like, But it's an idea, something to change up leaderboards a little bit. And I understand that them giving out a fucking trucker hat, is going to break the bank for them. But I mean,
Well,
some
it's
kind of
not.
merch.
Yeah, and see, it's not that it's going to break the bank. I mean, the company on averages across its games is profitable. Otherwise, they
Right.
still wouldn't be open. But then you have to look at, okay, well, each game has to either be profitable or, they have a set budget they have to stick in a year, which is probably just the maintenance cost of it and the developing team. Well, anything above and beyond that, whether it's physical prizes or anything like that, is all of a sudden going to have to be accounted for somewhere.
Right.
Because the CEO isn't just all of a sudden going to be kind and go, hey, I want to give away some of my bonus check. Fuck no.
No, I get it. But I'm just trying to think of an idea in which it would do that. And I know Indy was talking about doing a tiered system. I think it would be cool to do an all-star leaderboard where basically it is a leaderboard that we all compete, and maybe we get a different skin from the other people that get the top 10. Like, we automatically get a top 10 skin for that season, but then we also get a bonus skin if you get a top 5 finish out of the top 10, because the previous season you had, got a top 10 out of the 150 odd players or 100, 200 people, whoever competed in that leaderboard. And then you wouldn't have to compete against those people. So then you would have an opportunity to have the top, I don't know, the ones that were 11 through 20 would have a chance at getting a top 10 spot now.
Okay, so instead of doing Indy's idea and enabling more people to get a skin, what if they took it from top 10 to top 15, and no matter how you finished, you only got to keep one skin? So if, kind of like Phantos is saying, where we're taking 2 spots, a lot of the guys in the top 10, because they're going to have a high seasonal run. So they basically either get eliminated if you place top 15 for max. Now all of a sudden you still have your place in the seasonal run, but your seasonal run spot for giving out a skin doesn't count.
Well, I think Speed's onto something. Make it to where you pick a board to compete on. You can't pick both, and you don't have a backup plan. It's like, here's your board. Do it or don't.
Yeah, that'd work too. I mean, I'm down for whatever. It doesn't matter to me. I understand, like, the thought process of getting some new blood in here as far as to earn a skin and stuff. And maybe that is where, fuck it, you're only allowed one skin spot.
Right.
So whichever one you want, the other one, you're basically going to get your spot ripped away. And it's like you didn't even have it. And it opens up probably 5 spots on each leaderboard for somebody that wouldn't have gotten a skin otherwise.
Right. That, make over 150K, you automatically get sent to the all-star board. Yeah, something like that. But, if they were forced to pick a board at the beginning, shit or get off the pot, you're either going to run it or you're not going to run it. And there's no, I'm going to restart my game and switch to the other board or anything like that.
Yeah.
So that way you can't get a total and then, okay, now I'm going to run up a total on the other side. Like, no. But I think it goes back to, like, any board game or any game in general. Like, if if you constantly beat everybody at the game, eventually the people that you constantly beat won't want to play anymore.
Mm-hmm.
And then they're going to whine, they're going to cry, and eventually developers, because they're tired of the same 10 people winning, will just go, you know what? Fine, we're going to change everything about it to make these other people happy. And then it's not going to be the game we like anymore, and then we'll leave. So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I
Pretty
don't know.
fucking much. But, you know, I mean, I think there is certain things that they could do where, you know, right now we have, what, 20 slots?
Right.
If we did it to where no matter what you did, you could only take one of the 20. That would mean there's 20 actual winners instead of probably, fuck, I don't, or no, it'd be 40 total winners instead of probably what, 30 to 35?
35 is being generous.
Yeah, so probably 30. So now you're enabling or basically allowing up to 10 more people roughly to win a skin that wouldn't.
Right, right. And maybe that's what Speed's doing. Speed is such a good guy that he doesn't even compete. He's just like, you know, I'm going to let other people have it. That's good guy Speed, looking out. So he just jumps on the board, he makes his presence known, and then fucks off, and everybody else has the time of their life. So, see, I just set up Speed for that, so now he's going to take it, you know, stroke his ego.
Well, he's got it because his old lady ain't doing it for him.
So I don't know. Maybe we'll have to take a break. Who wants to see me skip a leaderboard season?
The other thing too is that we could just start alternating the boards.
What do you mean?
So, okay, if say we get half of the people that typically finish in top 10 to say, okay, every other leaderboard, we are going to switch DLC and non DLC. It's really not going to affect anybody. It'll push enough people to hopefully get better and faster and more efficient, but it's going to keep it relevant enough for the new players to where they feel like they can earn.
Right, right. I get what you're saying. I mean, sucks for the non-DLC people when the top 10 players from DLC come over. I guess that's the time for them to switch over and, you know,
Yeah.
give DLC a try, but,
Yeah.
you know. Yeah,
I mean,
Grinder's skipping the next two, so.
And you're never going to get everybody to do it, maybe 4 or 5, but even, you know, that's opening up potentially 8 slots.
Right. Well, I mean, look at Sergeant Bilko. I mean, he played DLC last season. He's non-DLC on the board right now.
Yeah.
So, switched over to that side.
Yeah.
Miller I
Oh,
was
all the heavy.
on the other side last time, came over with us, so.
Yeah. I mean,
I don't know. I mean, it's something. I don't mind switching it up, and you know, maybe next season be like, oh, I'm only going to do a seasonal, or I'm only going to do a max only, where I'll just continually pump it out, you know, and not try to run as many possible days in a season. I'll take my time prepping the claim, you know.
well, I mean, fuck it. Maybe we just get 4 or so of us together and we just say, fuck it, we're going non-DLC.
True, true.
I've never run non-DLC. So,
I mean, it's basically what we're doing now, just like not as big in
non-tier
numbers.
5.
Yeah, not as big in numbers on the gold, so. But yeah, that's exactly it. That Speed. If they can't reach it or they feel that they can't ever win, then why would they keep playing? And that's my point with like Magic the Gathering. I played that a lot, and if you continually kick the person's ass, and they're like, I'm not going to come to the card shop no more. I don't want to play. Like, and you have to continually bring in new blood, show them that they can get on the board, get close. Hey, I made it top 15, and then all of a sudden they're like right outside of it, and they could taste it. Next season I'm gonna be top 10. So. Right, Fanthos, I get it. Like, save the 3.5 for a few seasons later, but I mean, we could do 3.5 on non-DLC because that's what we're limited to. We don't have to do it on the DLC side. We just won't be on the DLC side.
Yeah.
And then if you want to skip a season where there's no challenge and then the next season is, the 3.5, then the people that practice the non-DLC will have that little bit of an edge when it comes time to actually do the challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Right, it's to handicap ourselves so that way new blood can come onto the board. So if we're not here, then that gives a chance for new blood to get on the board. I mean, we could probably just go run tier 2 over on the non-DLC side if we wanted a real challenge.
Oh, fuck, it still wouldn't be a challenge. Just because, look at the numbers.
Right.
I mean, we were able, within 7 to 8 hours of real life, be on Nighthawk with essentially basically doing 600 ounces. So if you did 600 ounces in, call it 8 hours, running tier 2, it really, you wouldn't have to hardly run any hours, only a tier 2 to be top 10 over there.
Right. Hi, Phrase. How you doing? He says you should never sell the bear's skin before killing it. True? Fanthos. Not talking on non-DLC, just on DLC only. So we should start running tier 2 on DLC, huh? Instead of doing 3.5. You are, wake up. Yeah, you're just waking up, Phrase. Good and early.
I mean, we would definitely be letting new blood on the board. Because
Fanthos is buzzing.
I mean, the amount of dirt you would have to running tier 2 to take a seasonal would just be astronomical. And the amount of hours you would have to dedicate running tier 2 to get top 10 and max would be even worse.
I mean, it was viable last season if you were running the minis. But that's
yeah.
That was the one shot at doing something like that was last season. So blood will flow. You got buckets stacked up? You gonna catch Miller Eye, Phrase?
You got a shit bucket?
Yeah, I got a shit bucket. You got a shit bucket?
Always. You can't be without a shit bucket.
Right. If you're shitting, you're not gaming. Phrase sounding like a comic book character. I was thinking fucking Game of Thrones. Like, he's out for blood. He's gonna take Miller's head. Same thing. Losing your mind, just going to dig for 24 hours. Miller Eye is known for doing what he's doing.
Bucket, everyone fucking
Doesn't matter
bucket
how
right
much
now!
you're going to do what you're going to do. Miller Eye will drop buckets and just mess with you. Like,
Uh-huh. He's speed 2.0.
Yep, Miller Eye is the troll. So he's just messing with you.
This is what he wants. 2 weeks out from the finish, he wants to be in your head so fucking bad that it makes you go insane and rage quit.
Mm-hmm. Fanthos had a spicy Mexican burrito today. Goddamn needed that shit bucket. Oh, damn.
Who
That's
had
why
the spicy burrito?
Fanthos.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Poor guy's out there on the side of a building in direct sunlight, shitting himself, trying to install a freaking satellite dish.
Well, I mean, dedication. They
Up
could
there.
never question his dedication.
He's up there shitting in the gutters.
Wipe him with fucking ice cubes.
Right?
Well, the
Professional
second
repair,
bunny
okay.
map is not nearly as good as the first one, I can tell you that much.
I'm wondering if Ryan got the second one, because did you see his post? It confused me, but yeah. Like, he's like, tried to get the bunny map, and I'm like, that's the bunny map. I think it's the bunny map.
Fix this shit or not. You can, I just didn't pay enough for the resets to get the exact same.
But yeah, he said he dropped like 30 million to get to that one, which is about where you said you got it, but he never got the first one.
Huh.
Like, he skipped right by it. Oh, you didn't see the reference to the bunny until I pointed it out. Okay, that's why I was like lost in the chat. I was like, wait a minute, it's just that's the bunny. So.
Who's he talking about now? Miller?
Which one are you talking about, Ryan or
Fanthos.
Fanthos? Albeit this dude had a commercial production line making $400 an hour. Machinist mind you, dude is loaded. I think that's the dude he was installing for today, or fixing, doing repairs.
Oh. Okay, yeah, no, that makes more sense.
Miller Eye changed his face now. Well, we talked about that earlier, like with Miller Eye. If he beats Face, it's not the win that you would want, because Face is going to stop running after seasonal.
Mm-hmm.
So you beat him on the max, and it's like, okay, well, he quit running, so it was a matter of time.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think I'm tempted as shit to stop running a little over 200K.
Right,
Just,
right.
what's the point?
I know freaking Indy's going to have to step it up, because right now he's 30K out of top 10. Almost double what he's at, just to get in the top 10 on max.
What's he out on seasonal?
Seasonal 25, almost double his score again.
Jesus Christ.
And he's 22K just to get top 10. So.
Well, so he's at what though, you said?
He's at 25, and in order to get top 10, you need 47. At least right now. So,
Well, and we all know that, max gold, you're probably going to have to be 90 plus, or not max, seasonal. So he's got a lot of fucking shit to be running.
all right, Big Tank Lucas. Catch you later. Thanks for hanging out. Let's see. Yeah, seasonal is going to be 90 to 110.
Bucket,
Is that
everyone
your
fucking
seasonal?
bucket right
Or
now!
Phanthos, you think you're going to be at 90 to 110, or is that what you're saying Indy's going to end up with? $150 plus.
I mean, we could make it that way if we had enough of us that were willing to run.
Gotcha. Yeah, 90 plus to qualify. Okay, I get what you're saying now. Yeah, I don't know.
You know,
I mean, it's going to be something. I mean, we're over halfway now. We're at the last half of the season, so leaderboard season. So it's kind of like if you fuck up now and need to reset or restart, it's going to be hella close. Like, I know Limako is after Ryan, and Limako's got to put in some dirt. A lot of freaking dirt if he's planning on catching Ryan. Because I think Limako is, right around 4K so far? We're over 2 weeks in. He might have a top 10 finish on non-DLC. But I know he was that was his goal, go after Ryan, but Ryan's got more than 10 times what Limco has so far. Because Ryan's got 46K, so.
yeah.
Yeah, Ryan, your road's about half done. Because he just reset, got that bunny map. He's halfway built with his road. He'll start running dirt on Sunday. Limiko said that he'll be able to run maybe Saturday night and Sunday. So both of them are pretty much taking Saturday off. But like I said, Limiko's at like 4K. So later, Grinder. Thanks for hanging out. Catch you later.
Be tough to catch being that far behind.
Right. I mean, pretty much 10 times what you have now. And you have to do it within 2 weeks. But at the same time, he's moving. So you have to pretty much make up the ground and match what he's doing every day. So you pretty much have to double what he's doing every day to try to catch him.
Mm-hmm.
So if he decides
Pretty
he's going
much.
to put in a 10K day, you got to do a 20K day. Frey said he did like a 35K day as his best. So, and that's pretty much what Face was doing every day at last leaderboard, was 35K a day to get 1 million.
Fuck, I don't even put in the fucking time required to get that. I just make sure I'm locked into top 10 somewhere.
Yeah.
Kind of coast to the finish, I guess.
I was hoping for a top 5 finish on max. That was pretty much my goal for the season. This leaderboard season. So. Well, Phanthos, you don't have to. I mean, if you like the way you're running it, you're more efficient, do it to it. You don't have to run it my way. I appreciate the effort you're putting into it, that's for damn sure. I know you ended it. He did another run, and it came out that it was like, what, 200 difference instead of the 340 difference. There still is a difference, but instead of being 34%, it's about 20 to 25%.
Pretty much.
Based on Cass's digging style. Like, he's not very proficient with it yet, but that's what he's got. And if it's, you know, taking 3-4 times as long, it's not exactly going to pay off for him. So if you can fill a truck in 20 seconds throwing dirt and you're running it, then do what works for you. It's not 3 to 4 times as long, so you're able to keep a similar pace doing 20% slower. So if you're doing 20% slower and gaining 20%, then it's the same as what you're doing already. So it's just whatever you're comfortable with.
Yeah. The head point is don't
like
matter.
you said, it's 30%. If you're getting 30% gain and it's only 20% slower, then for you, maybe changing your style would be beneficial. It's a profit because claim reset time and maintenance.
Maintenance?
Prep time, I think.
Oh.
Set up and prep, I think.
Just gonna say, what the fuck is he talking about with maintenance? That's why we hire mechanics.
Cleaning up the bottom with the fell, things like that, maybe.
Oh. Yeah, but you're gonna have roughly the same time no matter what dig style you do.
Right. And according to what Speed and Billy Bob are saying, if you have limited time, it may be more beneficial to fling the dirt versus if you have more time to play around, then you could run a more precision style of digging. I don't know what else to call it, precision style, pinpoint, bites.
Chomps.
Yeah, chomps, layered. I don't know what the official name for the style of digging would be.
That I couldn't even fucking begin to tell you.
Don't give me credit for it, otherwise I'm naming that shit bacon bit digging. Taking a bit at a time. Who the hell was that said that yesterday? What the fuck do I do with bacon bits? Was that Lee McCo?
Yeah. Your protege.
Hell no. He's coming along, but yeah. Bacon sounds good right about now. Fuck, bacon sounds good about any time. Even when you're not hungry.
Say I haven't.
You want some bacon? Yeah, I'll take some fucking bacon.
I have never found a time where bacon was not sounding good.
My Padawan, no. My Padawan is like Mulva and a few other guys. Kurt was doing pretty good. I got him to Nighthawk and all that, but then he got hooked on drugs. Well, Drug Dealer Simulator. So.
You know, it happens to the best of us.
Right. Lost him to the dark side. Son of a bitch.
Drugs are good. I mean, drugs are bad, kids.
Mm-hmm. Don't be trying to disown my Padawan. We brought in the orphan kid. We're teaching him. He's doing his thing. 7 Days to Die 1.0. Hot damn. Zombies and shit.
Might have a few more drop off for that, I guess.
Possibly.
Seems like the people that play that game are in a fucking cult.
7 Days to Die, or
Yeah.
it's not a bad game. I'm not quite part of the cult. I'm more hooked on this shit than that, but look at that, 2,600 yard day. Hot damn. They can say that about us. Well, you know.
This is a cult.
Right? They're not wrong.
Fuck no, we openly admit that shit.
Right? Every month we disappear for a month.
Yeah.
Right? I'm trying to debate if I want to wash buckets now or keep digging. I
thought you were washing as you went.
That's what I did yesterday, but today I did a bunch and then dumped it, and I've just been stacking buckets, digging and bullshitting. So, so now it's like, okay, well, stream, it's 11, I want to go to bed at a decent hour, so I don't go to bed at like fucking 3 in the morning. I have to get up and deal with fucking chickens. Start streaming at freaking 1 or 2 in the afternoon.
You know.
Stream earlier. Bet, what is this bet you speak of? Well, I know Cass isn't going to be up early. That guy was hungover or drunk as fuck, so.
Oh yeah, he had that thing today.
Yeah, he did that solstice party thing because he came in at the end of my stream. He's like, I'm not coming into voice chat. I had too much to drink. I'm just going to chill and chat. So he was smart enough for that. But I figure he'll be sleeping it off, and I don't expect a cast stream early in the morning. Or a late night one. He'll be like, nah, fuck that. Yeah. Thor Skrama is going to be at a picnic or something, or a get-together for his company. So, he'll be out tomorrow. I don't think he's going to be doing anything. Dan might stream. We might get Dan. Fraze will stream. Fraze is always streaming, so we'll have that. Yeah, Drunk Cast would be lit. Yeah, that's true. I figure that's where Face was too, because like they both are in that country, and I figure Face would probably get shit-faced.
Fuck, I would.
I mean, it's the perfect time to be like, we ain't going to bed, or we're not going to stop drinking till the sun goes down, because the sun doesn't fucking go down, so. Phantos. Can't believe how they sound the same. You fucking racist asshole. Oh, that's funny. No, they sound very similar with their accents. Well, it's like Dave. Dave, for the while, thought anybody that was in my voice chat with me was Billy Bob. So apparently, we all sound alike.
Yeah, you know.
So, Ryan could be hanging out in here and he'd be like, hey, Billy Bob. So it's like, wait, no. There's a difference. Ryan is young and timid yet still kind of innocent. But Billy Bob, oh no. Billy Bob is like a horse talking. Fucking Phantos.
Man, you ain't wrong.
Yeah, lies. You take a Northern American versus an Cajun from the Bayou, and they do not sound alike. You got called by Derek Ty by someone the other day. Yeah, I remember that. Bojackman Horseman or Bojack Horseman.
I have no idea what the fuck that even is.
Adult Swim cartoon, I think.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Does it have Stormy Daniels in it?
Adult Swim, not adult cartoon. Damn. It's an animated, like drunk, wasted, inappropriate. Yeah.
Fuck, I need to look that shit up.
It's different. Should freaking
Why am I
check it
just
out.
hearing about this now?
It's cartoons, and you're like, yeah, fuck cartoons. Unless
Fuck
they're
no, dude.
Looney
I used to
Tunes.
love watching the shit like the Rugrats.
Oh, there
When
you
my
go.
sisters were little and shit. Oh my fucking god. Like, what kind of shit is Angela gonna fuck them up with today?
Angelica, you little bitch.
Come on, cunt. Let's see what you got.
I think you're gonna scar the chat because everybody has an idea of what Billy Bob is, and when you said Rugrats, I don't think they expected that.
Hmm.
Wait a
They'll
minute.
get over it. Because I don't give a fuck.
Rugrats. The hell? Alright. It was your favorite shit as a kid? Rugrats or
Or
the BoJack Horseman? I mean, I watched a shit ton of cartoons. That was my thing. Pink Panther, Tom and Jerry, Looney Tunes, Wacky Races, like all kinds of shit. McNubbin. Rugrats is fun until you realize everyone but Angelica and Baby Dill are actually dead.
well, thanks for fucking ruining it for us. Spike was my favorite. I think that's what they called the little dog.
Yeah. Band. Bailiff.
Bailiff, whack his pee-pee.
There you go, Fanthos. I mean, Stu, I could relate to Stu. Maybe not when I was younger, but now.
That was a curly-haired fuck?
Stu was the dad. Stu Pickles.
Oh, what was the curly-haired fuck baby? Chucky or something?
Yeah, the redheaded stepkid.
Yeah, that fucker.
Yep, Chucky. He was the oldest out of all of them, other than Angelica, but... yeah. Tommy Pickles was just the Time Lord from Doctor Who, because he had a sonic screwdriver in his diaper. Then you had Phil and Lil, the twins, whose mom was obviously lesbian and had a cuck dad, whatever hell his name was.
I couldn't even fucking tell you.
But you knew what I was talking about. Like, the guy was just constantly, obviously, the bitch in the relationship.
Hmm. I mean, that's why Speed isn't around the month that Leaderboard isn't going.
And that's why the remake is terrible, and we don't watch that shit, McNubbin.
I didn't even know they remade it, but somebody needs to drop the band hammer real quick.
Fanthos the teen one? I know they did the teen one. I don't know if the mom was lesbian in that, but I think they did another one after that, so.
Looks like we should have the movie.
Huh?
Yeah, it's super.
Fuck off.
Right? Fuck off.
Unless we're talking about food, the second one is never better than the first one.
True, true. Andy from Toy Story, he's your age, the whole childhood. Billy Bob was Sid from Toy Story.
Who the fuck was Sid?
The kid that kept strapping toys to bottle rockets. The asshole neighbor kid.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably highly accurate.
Yeah. You know what's fucked up with that movie is Sid the Kid was probably the kid that would probably bust a nut on Jessie's face and then leave her there, and the other toys would never be able to clean her face off because they would know. So they would just have to comfort her the whole time. Because the toys come to life, but yeah.
Anybody ever watch that Cowboys of Moo Mesa?
Yeah. That was on like
Fuck.
Cartoon Network way back in the, late 90s?
Yeah, the fucking horses that rode cows.
Right.
Oh my fucking god.
Fanthos changed the subject. Enough with the freaking Toy Story now. Franks fell off the meta. Apparently that was a little too far. But yeah, there was that one. They had the Pow Pow Bears or something like that, which was like Native American Indian bears. I don't know. They did their thing. That was with the Cowboys of Moo Mesa.
Mm-hmm.
They had a bunch of different interesting cartoons that didn't stick around.
Yogi was always good.
Right, right. Well, you had that. You had Quick Draw McGraw with Baba Booey, his little Mexican burro that hung out with him. Because Quick Draw McGraw was a horse that had guns, but he always turned into like Zorro, and he smashed people in the head with a guitar, and he called it his El Kabonger because he was El Kabong.
Too young for this shit, the fuck?
Ren and Stimpy, anyone? Yeah, that was a fucked up show, too.
How fucking old are you?
He's probably in his late 20s.
Oh fuck, you're old enough for it.
You watched all the Ren and Stimpy. I wasn't allowed to watch Ren and Stimpy, so it was too adult themed.
The fuck does that even mean?
My parents were kind of controlling growing up. You know, the like Christian type parents that you can't watch this because it's the devil, and you know.
Oh, so they were closet porn addicts?
Well, it was weird because that's like, okay, Dad would let us watch Beavis and Butthead Do America, Beavis and Butthead, all that kind of shit. And then when he got with Stepmom, then things changed. So it's like, no, you can't listen to the Rob Zombie, but we'll crank up Metallica and Ozzy and shit like that. And then, you know.
No wonder why you listen to fucked up music.
Yeah.
You never got to fully appreciate Living Dead Girl.
No, I listened to it because Mom was like, here's fucking Kid Rock, here's fucking Rob Zombie. You know, so go visit Mom and I'd get all the shit I wasn't allowed to listen to. So. But yeah, Living Dead Girl, Dragula, fucking Ball with the Ball. Like, all that
Fuck
shit.
yeah. That's what made Sled Storm so fucking good, was Dracula. When you were racing the fucking sleds around the map and Dracula'd come on.
Right. Dracula. Oh, yeah. Sixth grade, blasting Eminem, 50 Cent. Phantos was a gangsta kid.
Fuck yeah. Tupac and Biggie, Eazy-E, Dr. Dre, fuck. DMX, Limp Bizkit, fuck. There's tons of good music when we were kids.
Bloodhound Gang.
Oh, fuck.
Lap dance is always better when the stripper's crying, right?
Fuck yeah. 8 Mile movie, oh yeah. It's almost as good as Debbie Does Dallas Volume 3.
Sad to see Flint now.
Flint, Michigan.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, that fucking town has turned to horse shit. Ever since, well, before COVID even.
The Biggie movie was good. You hated 8 Mile. I've never seen 8 Mile, so I can't really say one way or the other.
Come on, rabbit. Eat cheddar bub.
No, I'm not gonna go watch the Eminem show.
Why not?
Everybody's seen it. I mean, I watched the Doors movie. That was great.
The fuck is that?
You don't know the band The Doors from like the 60s and 70s?
Oh.
But there was a movie about it, like, you know, Jim Morrison and all that shit, so.
Ah, gotcha. I haven't seen that movie.
What'd you just confirm? That you got a shit ton of ounces? Yeah, and that one, like the whole song Baby Come On Light My Fire, he actually like locks a bitch in the closet and sets it on fire while he's singing the song, tripping balls. Yeah. So it's better per day, less dirt. Yeah. It's kind of what I was saying, like less dirt means less resets, less setup time, road digging, all that kind of stuff. So it's not by a lot, no.
Well, and that's going to depend a lot on your efficiency with how many yards a day you can pump out, because the more yards you can produce a day, either digging style, the more gold in a season you can put in, regardless of resets, unless, you're really slow at resets. That's the only time that could really skew that.
So Phantos is going to be a switch hitter.
Oh.
Yeah. He said he can't do the speed that you're doing, so he's going to switch it up.
He can't run 4,000 a day?
I don't know if he can. I know I can't. At least I haven't tried, so I guess I can't say that I can't. But he said he can get 36.
Yeah, I mean, do what works for you, man.
I'm calculating my gold total. So basically, I ran all the way up until the end of the day. So now 20 days into the season, and I'm sitting at 85, almost 86K. So I'll do some math
Right.
real quick.
Right about 41.20, 41.25 a day.
If I divide it by 20 days, it's almost 4,300, 4,290.
It's not bad.
Yeah. So I guess if I'm running almost 4290, 43, if I keep up that pace, and we just call it 30 days, I guess. That's without running into permafrost or winter.
I mean, you'd run into winter. You just would limit the days. You'd only run 2 days. Well, 3 days into winter because the first day is a waste.
What do you mean? The first day doesn't really do anything. Like the 7 day permafrost, that day's kind of a freebie, but the 6 days where you start getting freezes.
Yeah.
But if
Well,
I
I
just
mean, the
did,
first day of the season is a waste.
well, I dug my first day, so spring day one, I ripped the soil and was digging, so I counted that day.
Oh, I never do. I just sleep to midnight if I remember to hit the right button. Otherwise, I just sleep to
Dawn.
6 or 8 in the morning. Yeah.
Right. So if I do 30 days, that puts me at 28.7. Yeah, 28, almost 29K. Still not bad. I think I was shooting for a 120 anyways, so.
Yeah.
Seasonal thought anyways.
Yeah.
Let's say Phantos. He gets 36 or 28 sometimes, or no, 38 sometimes. He's going to get up there with Miller Eye, no problem.
Oh boy. Them numbers just ain't mathing, bud.
North part of the claim slid off. Oops. The slow shame crawl all the way back.
I would love to agree with Drunk Phantos, but them numbers just do not math.
Well, he gets to dig tonight. Then he has 5 days off for vacation. We're not going to get to see Phantos.
You do. But if Miller Eye keeps digging, or digs most of them, oh, you're seasonal.
Yeah.
I thought you meant. It's my bad.
Which, I mean, right now his season is, 144, I think, is what Miller Eye's seasonal is. Yeah, just about 145 for his seasonal. Which I have to decide if I do the reset, am I going to prep this map or am I just going to dig a road and start throwing dirt? What's going to be beneficial to me?
Yeah. It's always a hard question.
Well, just I guess it comes down to how much time I have left on the map turn. Because right now I'm 10 days to winter, and still got the squares to clear out, half of it basically. So if I do a reset, then it's only going to leave me. If I do the prep one day or whatever, then 8 days. You know, I guess it all depends. Because, I mean, I could probably top dig it at that point and then put in a road later if I really need to get some more. But I think I'm faster throwing dirt from the top than I am top digging it out, like, into the back of the truck from below.
Yeah, I mean, that's something you're going to have to decide, because I can't even begin to tell you.
Right. No, it's each person does it differently.
Oh, yeah.
It takes a while for that excavator arm to go into the hole, grab the bike, come back up out of the hole into the back of the truck. Would it be beneficial to spend 6 hours putting in the road and throwing dirt that way over time? So,
In the long run, probably yes.
Unless I've only got like a week left of my seasonal, then wasting a day might not be in. So that's where I have to look at that, but we'll see. Yeah, never top dig overall without a road. It's a huge loss.
It definitely is a big loss, because your production goes down. I know if I'm just top digging and shit like that, I'm 28 to 3,300 yards a day instead of 4,000.
I lose about 1,000 yards a day if I top dig it out without the road.
Yeah, it's about right.
Yeah, 1,000 yards. So I go from like 24, 25 to like 14 or 15 on my deal. So Phantos.
This is fucking true.
Oh, fuck. 4 squares, man. He's much faster when he can throw it from the top, so that 2 or 3 hours extra, well worth it. Just to get those.
Not for four fucking squares.
You know, the 4 squares you could have dug out from the top in the same amount of time and be on to the next fucking map.
Yeah, same amount of time as it took him to start putting the road in.
Right, because that's not taking into account what it's going to take to dig the shit out. Another 30 minutes to an hour.
Well, nobody ever said he was the most efficient anyway.
He's a good player in the momentum part. Planning, So he's like the memes where it's like, you know, explains the first part of the plan, middle part gone, third part profit. You know, like there's no middle part of the plan. Just start plan, blank, profit. So the middle part is where he's sort of like, eh. He's chasing the views. I bet he good strategy. You know, I don't know if he's chasing it or not, but I have a feeling that, like, his stream did not go well today. He didn't have his usual viewers in there, but I have a feeling that he's going to say something about, I really thought there'd be more people there, seeing as how everybody voted to see this game, and nobody showed up. But then, I mean, that's where I tried to explain the algorithm thing, variety streamer thing, and the fact that some of those people that voted are going to be at work, so you can't really count on them seeing it. So, do what? He did already. When did he do that? He did all that shit. What? Well, I didn't even check his Discord. Then, like, I got off, ate my pizza, and then got ready to stream again, but I'll have to check that shit out.
He was already crying in his Discord?
Well, so he did a vote yesterday on whether or not he was going to play Supermarket Simulator or to do American Truck Sim. And I was like, hey, like, why not vote for Gold Mining Simulator to see how many people want to do that? He said because he always takes that day off, and so he doesn't get burned out on Gold Mining Simulator. So 8 people, I think, voted for Supermarket Sim, and like 2 people voted for American Truck Sim. But he decided he played that today, and I wasn't able to catch everything because I started freaking late today. So, holy shit, he got up early. There's Cass. But I had a feeling that he was going to not do well on the stream, and then basically blame it on everybody voted and nobody showed up, and not take into account that the algorithm on YouTube is going to send him people to watch mining shit, because that's what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that he went to Supermarket Simulator, yes, it's a simulator, but
that's a totally different fucking deal.
Right. And so the algorithm doesn't recognize you as somebody that does that kind of streaming, and it's going to take a few streams before you are recognized by the algorithm as like, hey, YouTube needs to send people here because he plays this game. And so I figured he would be upset by it, because he tends to have a pattern where if he plays a game that's not Gold Mining Simulator and it doesn't do well, he then says, okay, game didn't do well, nobody wanted to watch this, this is stupid, I'll never play it again. And then that's the end of it, and then he'll blame it on, you know, basically people voted but didn't show up, and I figured everybody would have showed up for the thing, and, you know, yeah, you paid for his Denizen, he didn't even play it after one stream.
How you know?
He did the one stream, got a copyright hit on it, and shit canned it, never touched it again. So, but I figure he'll never touch Supermarket Sim again, or it'll be a while, and he'll blame it on bad views and all that, and, you know, it wasn't as good as his usual streams, and nobody wants to watch this stuff, so he'll probably want to switch the days or something, because apparently Fridays don't work, so switch it to a Thursday or Saturday or some shit, and then that way more people will show up or something. I don't know what his thinking is, but switching the days might help bring in more people, I guess. At least that's what I figure he would do. I don't know if that's what he did, but so far, according to Phanthos, everything I said he's already said, so which is pretty bad that it's kind of predictable at this point.
Well, you know. What's that saying? You can lead a horse to water, but not force him to drink.
You know what? I'm going to try to drown that son of a bitch trying. Well, then you can't beat a dead horse, or you shouldn't beat a dead horse, but, you know. Well, yeah, I mean, he streams. His audience is all over the world. He's got a lot of U.S. followers. He's got his UK followers and everything. And sure, if you're in Europe or the UK or whatever, he's streaming after the workday. But when he streams, it starts at like 11 o'clock my time. So if Fanthos got a regular lunch or something during noon or around noon, he might be able to watch for an hour. But then the rest of the time, when he ends at 3, you know, that's still people in the U.S. aren't even out of work yet, able to relax, other than East Coast. But, you know, so then his audience is like, okay, well, what the heck, can't catch you live, so we'll catch you later. And if he only plays it once, because it didn't do good on the live numbers, but everybody enjoyed it afterwards, we'll never get another episode again. So.
Morning.
Good morning, Cass.
Didn't mean to interrupt. Do continue.
Oh, yeah,
Are
you're good.
You sober?
Kind of. I
was gonna
take a
say.
lot of booze.
Gonna say I'd be highly fucking disappointed if you're sober.
Well, I've learned that my lesson dozens of times. Stop drinking in time.
Right. There's a cutoff point.
Yeah, especially when we're past 40, you know.
Cutoff time, you mean when the bar closes?
Yeah, you know, last call.
Yeah.
Not really a bar. It was just a big refrigerator filled with everything. So, just.
So for him, it was when everything ran the fuck out.
That's a good time.
No, but you know, it was one of those garden parties, like when all the other stuff ends, and it just ends up with people sitting around drinking heavily, and it's time to leave, you know.
When everybody's too drunk to stand anymore, so they have to sit.
Uh-huh.
It's like,
Yeah,
it's time to
I know.
get going.
And all the really stupid talk starts, and it's time to pack up.
Oh, yeah. But I do think that Indy would benefit doing streaming of one game and making episodes of another. So, Graveyard Keeper or his My Time at Sandrock would be better if he did episodes of those, and then stream like the Out of Ore, stream the gold mining simulator, stuff like that, where there's a story to the game. I think you could probably do better editing where you're like, okay, what's going to happen next time? Cut it off and leave you wanting to check the next episode. But he streams those and they don't seem to do well. So. And if he did those as an episode, because he enjoys the game, he doesn't have to worry about enjoying the game and then being like, well, nobody else wants to watch, so I'm not going to play the game I enjoy. Just do it, put it out, and get the views you get. Then stream the other shit, so.
Well, isn't it a little bit like this as well? Like you say, he gives up after one stream that didn't get as many live viewers as he would have liked.
Right.
I mean, doesn't that shit take some time? He might even, I mean, he's trying to pull with him his whole community to every venture that he does.
Right.
That's never going to happen. But he might pull in more people that are interested in that new game. But is that going to happen on day one? Will they actually find him after an hour in a new game?
Right,
No.
right. YouTube algorithm has to relearn what you're putting out to market it to the people that are looking for that.
Yeah.
So one episode doesn't really do it. And like Gray Still Plays and other variety streamers, they have the personality and already has a pretty good following. Gray Still Plays, stuff like that. That if they put out a video, doesn't matter what it is, they already have an audience that's going to go, he sucks at games, and I like watching him suck, so I'm gonna watch him.
Yeah.
You know, so you already know it's not going to be anything special. You just know he's not going to do well, so you watch. But yeah, live stream thing, I don't know. Like Fanthos said, he loves episode YouTube. I mean, that would be perfect because Fanthos can't watch live, but he could get home, he could have supper, he could grab a beer or 3, and watch the episode for the day that Indy puts out, you know. Got about halfway and moved on. Well, yeah, you know, it just depends. There's certain things like with Gray, I like some of his GTA stuff, but the GTA stuff is just getting way too overplayed. Dre sometimes will do some good stuff, and then other times Dre's annoying, so. But they're variety streamers, and I know that Indy tends to bring up Dre more than anything. Because Dre doesn't know how to play this game. He's terrible at games. He sucks. And I'm like, well, that's why people watch him. You know, that's his stick. Like...
Be honest, that's the only reason why I've watched Indy this leaderboard.
Because of how terrible he's been playing it?
Yeah.
Right.
It's been entertaining.
Yeah, I wanted to see if he'd go bankrupt, and I want to see if he can figure his shit out and actually make it.
Right,
yeah,
right.
He's had a couple of cliffhangers this season. That is good.
Oh, for sure. But, like, I mean, for me, that's why I fucking watch. I do the same thing with Old Man Gaming, but it's never, is he going to go bankrupt? It's like, is he going to get enough gold in to make top 10 either side?
Right, he cuts it damn close. Like, last day of leaderboard pops on, and you're like, how the fuck?
Right.
The hell kind of voodoo magic bullshit is this?
It's just time. I think the guy lacks time. I mean, he's got a baby on the way. He's got a family. He's a family man. He's got stuff to do. He's got programming to do. He's got other videos to edit. It's like...
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, the guy is great at making episodes. I mean, I'd put him on the same tier as fucking... Not quite, I guess, as DJ Goham. But, I mean,
fucking DJ.
then you're talking like two totally different fan bases, too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think he just puts aside a hell of a lot of time last week, you know? It's like, begs his wife, I need to dig, please, baby. My reputation is at stake.
Right? I'm doing this challenge, and the devs, they promoted me. I have to do the thing. But yeah, no, Indy could probably benefit from doing episodic stuff. He could also benefit with the live streams. He just has to figure out what games you can live stream and bring in people. So they wanted Split, but what, the devs to promote things? Like devs wanted Split to promote the season or what?
They probably wanted him to run again.
I'm curious, Rasha, you have Old Man in your friends list, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I know that our summarizer is so broken, but it should give us a finger point. I mean, how much hours has he racked up?
Probably 60.
Old man's about 74 and a half, 75, somewhere in there.
Right, okay.
Accelerate's almost pushing 200.
Yeah. For a guy saying he won't play this much this season, he's playing a hell of a lot.
He's done a few. So.
Well, you know, he marked himself. Now he's got high expectations, you know.
Well, he's wanting somebody to beat him. He's like, please, anybody get first. I don't want it.
I don't have the fucking time this time of year to put in the hours to chase him down.
Thing is, Phantos, we don't trust that timer at all because it's different on different people's clients. A lot different.
Very, very weird.
Mine, for Accelerate, says 147, so there's quite a difference.
Right. Because, yeah, like Billy Bob, if I switch to the seasonal, Billy Bob's running for 147 hours. Phantos has been running for 93 hours.
And what am I running on Max then if it's got different hours?
On Max, you're at 93. And Phantos
should be
79.
different.
No, I like that number better.
Right. So yeah, Phantos' max is 79 hours, almost 80 hours, but if I go to the seasonal, then Phantos is at 93 hours.
It's so weird. The hours shouldn't change. It doesn't on my client.
Well, the hours stay where they're at, but you just switch the position of the people.
You shouldn't have more hours in seasonal than in total.
Right. The maths.
It's broken.
Uh-huh. I don't think any maths in this fucking game, so it's fine.
Well, we were talking earlier, Cass, about the findings in the different digging styles, because I guess Phantos ran his own test and found that he was getting about 25 to 30% more digging in the bite style, or taking little bites, versus flinging it.
More gold, you mean? Yeah.
Yep, getting more gold out of it. So he found that Billy Bob did his more extreme test, and for him, he found that he could run more by flinging it than he could doing the other way on a large scale. Small scale, I think you found that there was more gold doing the layered digging.
Yeah. So you're running. So I was running more gold per cleanup, but I'm getting about half as well. Not really. It's like 3.75 to 5.75 cleanups.
Okay, so you tried it like in a whole in-game day. You totaled up your gold and found that you get more gold by digging faster instead of fancier.
Right, just because I'm getting more mat swabs.
Yeah.
So and then I carried that, what I got, and granted it's, just one in-game day, but carry that across 28 diggable days for myself on average in a season, and it was like 20-some K.
Yeah, 20K difference between the two. So he got 20K more over a season flinging dirt than not flinging dirt.
Gotcha. I've been doing another row with the excavator. I haven't done any more math, but I've been keeping it in mind. So when it's like efficient enough, I try to take bites, and the cleanups have been better. Instead of 900 something, it's been 1,000 something. But I've not been as meticulous about it as I was during the test.
Right.
So if I'm just a little bit aware of it, it's an extra 100 ounces here and there, I'll take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, that's just the mathing that we found. Phantos is going to try to dig with the more precision digging style. I don't know. We're trying to come up with a name for it. Layered digging, precision digging. Something like that. Versus flinging. Chaotic digging.
I mean, maybe on a claim, I'll do it a bit more careful. On a claim where I have to doze off a couple of meters to get the... I mean... Or maybe I'll do a claim in layers again, like I used to. So I can... It's easier if it's not so damn deep like it is now.
Right.
Just... I'll be aware of it now, forever. It actually works.
Right. Well, I've already said I'm going to do my little test. After I'm done with my seasonal, I'll just go to the max side, and just kind of do a test. Okay, well, this is what I normally run. And if I do the fling the dirt thing, am I going to end up with more? So that way everybody kind of has a control, and then everybody has the alternate digging style, and then input our numbers and see what we get. You were ahead of Rasher in the same time frame massively, but didn't have the time to keep up. But yeah, no, we discussed it all earlier, the benefits of the different digging styles and whatnot. For me, the way I dig is beneficial because I'm not good at putting in a bedrock road or prepping the claim, really. So the less I have to do that, the more digging I can do with more precision, then I can stay with the gold, pull more gold out of the same claim without having to swap. So... But if you're efficient at doing resets and putting in a road and doing prep work, then, flinging dirt might be the better choice. Let's see. Fainto says top-down method is forced on Rivertown. Yeah. Actually, you have a cold or caught a cold. What to do? Well, get some tissues, drink some chicken broth, rest.
Go to the doctor,
brandy,
tell him you got gonosyphilis.
Drink alcohol. Not a lot, just a little. Tylenol for the fever. You're fine. I'm not a doctor, so I can't really give you all that advice, but, that's shit I do. Take 2 shots of blackberry brandy, some Tylenol, drink some chicken broth, and sleep.
What's Drunk Phantos mad about now?
Apparently, the single swap trommel sluice box is using more than 1 bucket per swap, like 110. Yeah. As it should.
Fuck, it's been doing that for like 3 leaderboards.
Why all the people
Yeah.
grinding? Is that what you're asking? Oh, why all the people doing grinding? We're a glutton for punishment. We enjoy the grind for some reason. Our brains ain't right. I don't know what else to explain it, but yeah. We're different. We're different, Dave. So, we enjoy pain. Must be all that extra gold, huh, Phantos? That's it. That's why it's always messing up. I mean, it might very well be pretty damn close to 100K that I pull out without hitting those last 4 squares or any of the other squares in here. So that's pretty crazy. No, I don't think you're joking. I mean, I've noticed some crazy stuff too. My buckets are all out of whack, and I figure it's because of the magnetite and everything that's in there throws all the buckets out of whack because all that extra gold.
Oh yeah, but yeah, the plant is actually acting even weirder than it's used to. I think it's dividing buckets a lot. Like the gravel pumps are running so much faster than the rest of the plant.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's all over the fucking place now. See?
Yeah,
Nothing,
yeah.
just break everything. Busted it all to hell.
Well, it don't help that every time they fucking update something and say they were fixing it, it fucking makes it worse.
Feature. No features added.
Yeah, instead of an update, can you just lie and say it's new features?
Yeah, new features. You hated
Yeah,
it,
but
guess
I've been
what?
keeping attention. It's like, if I clean the plant completely and fill it once, then when the sluice runs is 100%. The gravel pumps is about 120%, and the ST is like 90. So every set just makes it even worse.
Mm-hmm.
But that's why we need to start watching or running hog pans. Because hog pans will fix it.
You. I mean, you want to run hog pans, you go right on ahead. I fucking ain't.
I mean, next season. We'll do Tier 3 Hog Pan DLC.
I don't know if I'm a glutton for that much fucking punishment.
So I was like, fine, but I ain't fucking changing the mats.
Yeah, let him run.
Either that or just fucking buy like 8 sets of them instead of fucking washing the goddamn things. You just change the sets out. Or however many you're gonna do before you wash your buckets.
True.
Otherwise, that would just fucking suck.
You thought I went to 4th? For some reason, my Botrix isn't working, so I'm going to have to fix that because I don't see Dave talking. I had to look off to the side. I am currently in 4th, yes. But it all depends on how much Billy Bob's going to run tonight. I'm probably not going to run much more. I said that an hour ago, so, you know. I've been shooting the shit, though.
So you're nearly done with your bunny egg now?
Almost. I mean, I was going to compare where I'm at after I finish the layer I'm doing with where Billy Bob was. Because I think Billy Bob said he was about 75K when he did his reset. And we figured the number of squares would equal out to if I stop there after I get done digging that. And right now I'm about 10K higher, but if I finish it, I'm thinking I'll be about 100K. So it's 25K more, which is about 30 to 33, 35%, something like that. 3.3 or 3354 top down method times 3 night dirt. It's ridiculously different. Drunk Fantho's mind has been blown. Didn't realize all that freaking shit he's been wasting all this time. So much more gold, it's fucking your buckets up. Just need to reduce the gold, that's right.
What?
I mean, you're getting all this gold, but you still haven't passed me on the board. What's up with that?
Shit.
Yeah, just piss him off.
No, never.
Enjoy your 9th for now, Cass. Ooh, he did pass you on the board.
You did in the last 30 seconds.
Yeah. Yeah, he's at 101, you're at 99. Seems like we pass each other at this hour. Like the old cartoons, yeah. You know, the Wile E. Coyote or whatnot. So, like, there's the sheepdogs, Sam, and whatever else.
Well, I've got nothing to do today, so there's going to be a lot of digging today.
Yeah.
I'm actually going to try and finish this egg. See what I get out of it. I've got like a row and a half left of the dark yellow.
On mine, I've got the last 4, like 384 down to 459. And that's it for the main part, unless I want to do that bottom 4, the 513 through the 516. So, I mean, I have the gold there. I might as well grab the shit, you know, while I'm here before.
So I'm like halfway through the row before it, like the 360, 385. That row is about 50% done. I've cut into that wall, and then I've got those 4. But I'm considering doing the 383, 408, and that stuff behind it as well. But just dose off 2 meters off of it, because those are also pretty good, but there's a little bit of overburden on them.
Right. I mean, I dozed off what I had there, 32, 33, yeah. I mean, I even took it down on the row behind it, so that way I could get the excavator back there.
Yeah, I mean, those are pretty good as well, if you remove 2 meters off of them.
Right. I didn't plan on digging those. I just wanted to have a space for the excavator. So. But yeah, so basically we're about the same spot, you and I, because I've got the 360 to 385 is all half. I've just got to clean it up with the fell now, and then I have that entire block of 4.
Thing is, my total out of the egg so far is only 66k. So we'll see.
Right, and mine so far is 86k.
But we'll see. There's still a lot of dirt left in that half a row.
The egg is the bunny. Well, I mean, technically what we're talking about is the body of the bunny. The body of the bunny is the egg we're talking about. No, Cass has no bunny. Cass has a bunny.
all the bunnies.
Cass got the bunny before me.
I just went straight to the bunny after the first one. But you've dug a claim in between this and the starter one.
Shit, that where can I check? Ryan being silly. Ryan didn't realize he had the bunny. He didn't see the bunny until I actually pointed it out to him. So when he said that, he literally didn't think that was the bunny. That's why I did the thing, because I was like, wait. What?
I saw that on Discord. It's like, no, I didn't get the bunny. I was like, that is the bunny. You got it.
Yeah, that's why I was sort of like, wait a minute, you're fucking with me.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I'm considering doing the back row as well, because the thing is, I really don't fancy... I want to stay on this claim for this seasonal as long as possible.
Right.
Because I probably will not make a very nice setup on the next one. Probably just top dig it.
Well, how many days you got left? Because, I mean, I'm 10 days to winter right now.
Okay. Holy shit. 5 days to autumn, and it's 5 in the morning.
So, yeah, you're flinging dirt like Billy Bob. And it's definitely put you at that point where you're going to probably do the reset at the same time Billy Bob did, which was about 3 to 4 days to autumn is when he did his reset.
There's probably enough dirt here to last me another, at least 3 in-game days.
Right. Possibly. I mean, Billy Bob did only half dig the last 4 squares, is what he said, so. Would Fanthos say, I'm only halfway through my bunny, it will last till winter. And yes, we need the 999 ounce through from the devs. Talking about like 1,000 ounce bar or something.
That would be fucking amazing.
Don't underestimate me. My seasonal will kick your ass. I mean, there's definitely movement on the board. Fanthos is right there with me on the seasonal. I don't know. Fanthos, have you put away enough to start moving your seasonal again?
Oh, did you already do your bucket cleanup thing from the ones you've been holding?
Me, yeah. Yeah, it just bumped me up a little bit. Enough to jump right in front of Scooter.
Scooter.
Yeah.
Oh. Nuki Dookie?
Yeah. Did I do my mass clean out? I mean, it was like, I don't know how many 1,000 ounces, but a couple thousand. can't kill that till next week. Yeah. Hey, look, Mulva's back on the board. Mulva passed Sea Porcupine.
Oh, so he did.
Yeah.
Good for him.
Right? And making that gap between Indie Ninja Gaming and the board top 10 finish that much greater.
Yeah.
Mulva.
Give the veterans a run for their money. That's
Right. Coming in as a rookie. Right. Same time zone. Yeah, we're done. We're wrapping up. Go to sleep. Yeah. Nope. Keep nuking 6th or less. Keep them out of a top 5. Yeah, chill hanging time. That's my thinking. Shooting the shit. I'm done digging for now.
Cass's turn.
Cass.
well, yeah, sure.
Thank those. Right. Billy Bob is like me, same person.
The fuck are you trying to say?
Oh, shit.
I am not a nice fucking person. You deal with people all day, I'd be in prison by now.
Come on, Billy Bob. It's just all a facade. You're a nice person deep down.
Big old teddy
Maybe,
bear.
maybe when I'm in the middle of receiving a great blowjob, but
I mean, you're like Shrek. You've got layers.
oh fuck.
Speed's donkey, yeah. Speed just follows him around. Oh, shit. Fucking Vantos. It's okay, Billy Bob. You're a fucking sweetie. Aww.
Don't forget, Phantos, you gotta buy me dinner first before you can play with my beard. No cheaping out this time.
Buy him something good so that way when you play with his beard, you can pick the crumbs out and have seconds.
She helped me motherfucking lot. Sweet, I'll dig all day on here. You can go run the business for me. Be like the best of both worlds.
Pay me in steak nuggets. Well,
Man, I got a freezer full of steaks right now. I think I got
okay.
23 porterhouses left.
We can raid this guy that says he's playing Gold Mining Simulator, but he's actually playing, I don't know, some kind of weird game. I don't know, Tarkov or something.
Cass, get the fuck on.
His name is Moist Fingers. Why do we want to raid Moist Fingers?
Shit.
I have more fucking questions about that than I do about the Biden family.
Right? I mean, it's Moist Fingers. He's playing. He's doing things. He's only has one viewer. The poor guy.
I'll just hit the live button. Give it a minute.
Yeah, no problem.
Yay! Well, fucking time.
So I'll take it. No, nobody wanted to watch moist fingers. Oh, shit. You guys, you subbed to Billy Bob for nothing? Shit. If you want refund, Well, at least you could do Billy Bob is send him a DM on Discord with just one nut.
What, he needs a picture of my nuts now?
Yeah, he wants a refund because he subbed to you and he's not getting his money's worth. So give him a picture of one nut. Nut icon would be cool. Fucking drunk Phanthos. Holy shit.
I'll be on tomorrow. Sub-like icon? The fuck?
He wants you to make an icon of your nut so he can sub for it.
Oh, fucking wash your nut. Oh, fuck no. I'd find a way to make it the real deal, not fucking washer. The fuck?
You guys being gay. Alright.
No. Gay is the one doing it, not receiving it.
Are you sure that's how it works?
I mean, I think. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I don't. Well, he'd be receiving the picture, so he wouldn't be the gay one, because you'd be the one doing it. I'm confused on the logic here.
That's not exactly what I was talking about.
Oh, I get it.
But, I mean, yeah, I haven't had any fucking sleep in like 2 weeks, and we're deciding to have this kind of a conversation. The fuck?
Right? First math, now this, so. Anyways, timer's counting down. Say my outro. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Dave, drink alcohol, drink broth, sleep, get better. Everybody else, thanks for hanging out. I'll catch you guys later.